Hi everyone, this is Kevin Jimenez here, giving you a presentation on commercial real estate. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in. I was looking over the assignment and I noticed that I was going to have no clue as to what I was supposed to do. Luckily I was given some questions and headed straight to the internet. The internet was giving me a hard time as I couldn't find really anything of sustaining detail about what commercial real estate was. So I'm gonna try my best. It's not that I didn't have any material to find for you. In fact, I found really great material, and I just hope that this might be useful for you as well. So the commercial real estate is a non-residential property used for commercial profit purposes. This includes stores, malls, office buildings, and industrial parks. It's one of the three main types of real estate, and usually an investor owns a property. So I'm going to emphasize a lot that last point, and just so that you don't miss it, I put it again. So again, usually owned by an investor, and it's customarily quoted in an annual rental dollars per square foot, and I'll get to that later. So with that as well, the bigger the tenant, the longer the lease. So say if you think about McDonald's and how it's mostly McDonald's everywhere. If you notice, just in Rexburg itself, there's 2, 3 McDonald's. It's kind of crazy how, when you think about it in a global scale, when real estate commercially is McDonald's' ultimate goal, because it really has more profit from that than burgers. So that's something that is very surprising to me. I didn't know anything about McDonald's intentions as far as market growth and business growth as well. But yeah, let's just move along and say it's a industry that's $15 trillion globally. So congratulations, McDonald's. Really proud of you. I still don't like their food, but I guess that wasn't their point. Anyways, very slow to develop. Decision making tends to be more conservative because these kinds of things take more time. You just have to treat it more differently than stocks or such things as well. Such of those things that consist of stocks definitely takes a while as far as the legal ties with it as well. So why does this matter? So it provides venues for companies to carry out daily operations and cater to customers conveniently. So it's essentially how companies reach out to customers and make business. And you think about like the Krusty Krab. The Krusty Krab is obviously commercial real estate. It happens that Mr. Krabs usually serves the community its food, and it would not have happened without commercial real estate. It's all about location. And speaking of which, I'll get to the next point. Commercial real estate is pretty much put into 3 classes. There's Class A, Class B, and Class C. So Class A, if I continue on with this SpongeBob bit, we have the Crab Tower. I can't remember. So this is usually a lucrative real estate. So it has an aim towards attractive customers. It has a great location. I can't speak for this one, but it usually has a great location and has a high volume of customers that are inclined to make business with that. For Class B, it's a more simpler establishment where it's not too terrible, but it's not as lucrative. Something in between, and you'll find Krusty Krab. Now for Class C, that's basically something I guess the Chum Bucket describes it best. It's a place that has a lot of need of maintenance and not really the best location. In fact, it hardly has any customers to begin with, and it just doesn't really seem appealing to the eye as far as real estate. If I remember correctly, It usually has a older age. It usually is over 20 years old, and I can't remember correctly, but I believe it's an investment that's not very terrible. But I mean, it is what it is, and hopefully you have a plan when you invest in these Class Cs if you ever want to invest in commercial real estate. Um, so I remember coming back to the point of the square feet. So basically, the price is set between these classes, and then with that range, it describes the size of it, basically the volume. And you can see here as the annual cost of a rent square foot per prime office space in 2015. You can see really how much it kind of goes on as a trend of the smaller the establishment is, the cheaper it relatively is. So yeah, hopefully I've not lost you on that point. I just want to conclude with the statement I found from Bank of America on commercial real estate. It says, commercial real estate may be one of the best investments you ever make, whether you've successfully built your small business from the ground up or you're just starting out. A question you need to ask, you need to answer, may surface eventually. Should you purchase property for your business? Buying commercial real estate can be very complex for even the insider pros. It's not the same as buying a home. It takes time and research and planning. Okay, so I hope that you guys were able to have this material, and you run across someone talking about commercial real estate and you're like, well, I know all this because Kevin he got me. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this slideshow, and I hope to see you guys then. Bye.